Okay guys, today we are going to do an oil and filter change on a 2018 F-150 XLT. It's the EcoBoost 2.7 liter. Alright, so I wasn't able to get it actually up on this lift because usually we have some type of tractor or something up on this lift, and this truck's a little long. So starting at the very front of the truck, okay, we are going to come under the center of the truck, and you are going to come right back, right behind your front wheels. And you're going to have, it's almost like a foam shield here, all right? You're going to have a bolt here in the front and a bolt here in the front. And then in the back of it, you're going to have another one and another one. They are 5/16. So I already loosened these for sake of speeding up the video, because I know when it comes to working on your car, people are impatient. Got them all loose, so you're gonna pull out on this and just let it fold down, and right underneath of that you're going to see your oil plug here. Now let's see if we can get the camera up there. There it is. When you take this thing off, you're going to turn this thing probably about one full turn, and then you'll be able to pull it out. When you pull this out, this is going to shoot oil like you've never seen before, because it's a really big hole, real big opening here. And I assure you, you are going to get drenched. So make sure you have eye protection on, and you do not stand anywhere near this hole when you pull this out, because you'll agree with me after you do it and say, yep, he was right. It's going to come out like a fire hose. You can see how giant that hole is there. It's a good 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide. It ain't like your standard cars where they're 1/2 inch wide. So this thing shoots out like a fire hose. Just be really careful. Alright, so after you drain all the oil out, put that plug back in, and put your bolts back in, and put this cover back up here. So with the hood pop, what you want to do is you want to walk around to this side, and here's the battery. Go straight back in behind this hose, and right there. Turn the light on. That's your filter. This is going to be a 1 1/16 socket. Alright, let's get yourself a 1 1/16 socket, put it on there, and you're going to ratchet it off. Now, you will have a little bit of oil dripping out of there, so be prepared for that. Alright, we got our socket on, and this should not be very tight at all. Just going to unscrew this. Alright, feels loose enough by hand now. You can see there. And you should be able to just wiggle it once you get to a certain point. You're going to have a little bit of oil dripping out of there. Got a little bit. Just hold it there for a second or two. And there's your filter. Alright, now you got I want to examine these O-rings here. Your kit should come with 2 new O-rings, and you can get a razor blade, cut these off, or get yourself a little pick and pry these off, but be careful you don't damage this housing at all when you're prying in there. And then you're going to have another one up here. Alright, you see that one there? Your kit should come with that one as well. If these aren't bad, you don't have to change them, but since you have it out and you want to take the extra couple minutes and avoid a headache later on down the road in case you don't know if these are bad or not, then just change them. If you're not really comfortable with doing it, then leave it alone. If you didn't see any leaks on the motor or anything, then you're probably alright. Alright, but I'll show you what the filter looks like. Alright, this is Napa 100050. And there's your filter there. And the O-rings I had already pulled out. So you can see the O-rings there. Alright, I got my new filter in there. Now, when you're putting this filter in, it's gonna give a little resistance when you're pushing it down on here, and you might feel a little hesitant about pushing and giving some pressures so you don't break this. But you can go ahead, give it a little pressure, and just kind of like jiggle it a little bit back and forth as you're giving it pressure. It will work its way down. It just has to seat around this at the bottom of this housing. So, but you'll feel it. It'll eventually just snap right down into place, and it'll seat there really nice. Now we can go ahead and put this back in there. Be careful you don't do any cross threading. This is plastic, and do not tighten this too tight. All right, get it started by hand. Should go in really easy. If it's not, back it out and try again. Once you get it a little snug with your hands, then you can take your socket and proceed to tighten it a little more, but don't over crank. This is plastic. All right, you just want to snug it up. I think the factory settings are like, I don't know, I think it's between 22 or 25 foot-pounds, somewhere in that area. But if you don't have a torque wrench and you don't know that, just go really gentle with your socket. Just make sure you do not see the blue seal showing anymore. Once you get past that point where you don't see the blue seals, start tightening it, and you'll know when it gets snug. Okay, if you have to really yank on that socket, you're going way too tight. Just turn it a couple times with the socket until you feel it start getting tight, and then maybe one more little quarter turn with the socket is plenty for that. All right, now what you want to do is come around to your driver's side, and you're going to go right over top of this air cleaner here, and there it is. This will be your oil cap. One turn, and it should pop right out. You can go ahead and put in approximately 6 quarts of oil, but good rule of thumb, I start checking after I put 4 in. You just never know. You don't want to have to crawl underneath and have to drain more oil out because you put too much in. So after your 4th quart, just check the level, which would be right there on your dipstick, and proceed to add the rest up until the fill line. All right, now we're in the truck, and you're going to want to reset your light. So turn the key, let's start the truck. Okay. And of course, make sure you don't hear any crazy noises from the motor or anything you were just working on, and make sure you have good oil pressure up here. Now, the way to reset your oil is through your menu here. All right, so where you want to go to is, here's the oil life reset, but let's go back so I can show you exactly where you're going. Now you go to your menu, all right, and you want to go down to settings, and then press to the right, go to advanced settings, go to vehicle, and then go to oil life reset, and you hold, I already reset it, but if you hold OK, which I will, hold OK, see the bar go up? Okay, it just reset it. And that's how you reset your oil light. And that's it. That's how you change the oil, the filter, and you reset the light on a 2018 F-150 XLT EcoBoost 2.7 liter. Please, guys, if you enjoyed the video or this helped you out, hit subscribe below and give me a like. I do videos daily, and I'll see you next time.